Have you ever visited a European country so hidden that it feels almost invisible on the global map? Only 2 million inhabitants possesses a passport stronger than that of the United States? This is Slovenia. As the only country in the world, the word love is hidden directly right in the middle of its English spelling. And this touch of love does not end just with the country's name. The original meaning of the name of their capital, Ljubljana, is the beloved. Looking at the geography of the entire country, it feels like nature has designed it with romance itself. But behind this beautiful name, this country has created an extreme confusion worldwide, because despite Slovenia and Slovakia being two completely different countries, every year the embassies of these two countries have to exchange thousands of misplaced letters and parcels that arrive at each other's addresses. Even major world leaders confuse these two countries on the international stage. To escape this trouble, in 2003, their government even organized a competition to completely change the national flag to a strange design because their current flag looks exactly like the flag of Slovakia. However, do not consider this country ordinary at all. After declaring independence from Yugoslavia in 1991 when they were attacked, they won the war and became an independent country in just 10 days. While the rest of the countries in the Balkan region were involved in bloody wars year after year, their unbelievably fast victory still shocks historians today. Many think that since it was part of the former Yugoslavia, it might be a poor or underdeveloped country. But the reality is, its GDP and standard of living are much higher than many developed Western European countries, such as Portugal or Greece. Their culture is also quite strange. It is not entirely a Slavic culture, but rather a wonderful fusion of the strict punctuality of Germans and the easygoing lifestyle of Italians. And from this very culture came the former First Lady of America, Melania Trump. She is not actually American by birth, but was born into an ordinary middle-class family in Slovenia and grew up in a small industrial town. Tell us in the comments where you were born. What strikes visitors most, you can easily spot girls with radiant blonde hair and deep blue eyes, combining the soft, warm charm of the Mediterranean with the vibrant energy of the Alpine region. Most grow up bilingual, Slovenian and English at minimum, often with German or Italian alongside, because four countries press in from every direction. If you travel to this country, its border crossings will surprise you the most. Going to the border of Italy or Austria, you will not see any barbed wire fences or armed guards. The borders are basically like ordinary roads, or a small signboard reads, "Welcome to Slovenia." You might step into another country with just one pace without even knowing it. Not only that, the biometric and digital ID checking systems at border control and airports are so fast that there is no hassle of standing in lines at immigration. In 2026, their passport ranked 5th on the Henley Passport Global Ranking, unlocking access to 184 countries, leaving the US far behind. This is a land of the unbelievable. Tourist numbers far exceed the actual number of citizens. According to the Global Peace Index, it is one of the top 10 safest countries in the world, where one can walk completely safely even late at night on any deserted street. However, though there is no fear of thieves or robbers, you have to be extremely careful about traffic laws here. Committing a minor law violation or failing to put on a highway pass can result in a fine of 300 to 800 euros right on the spot. And if foreign tourists do not have cash, the police have the authority to instantly seize their passport or car as well. On the other hand, the taxi drivers here are completely the opposite. They are extremely calm and polite and do not insist on taking extra money or tips from any tourist, because of which the rate of taxi scams here is almost zero. Entering inside the city, your eyes will get caught by a strange architecture. Right in the middle of Ljubljana city, 3 separate stone bridges have been built side by side to cross the river, which is called the Triple Bridge. And there is a strange folklore surrounding the statues on the Dragon Bridge of this city. It is said that whenever a 100% pure virgin girl walks over this bridge, the stone dragons supposedly wag their tail. The city rules are also quite strict. By law, since 2020, a rule has been introduced to keep all shopping malls, supermarkets, and general shops closed on Sundays. Even if you want to do some emergency shopping on a Sunday, the whole city will remain at a standstill. You may only find some gas stations open. Again, in the case of gambling, there is a strange filtering. Their city, Nova Gorica, is called the Las Vegas of Europe, but to keep local citizens away from gambling, strict rules and taxes are imposed on entering casinos and gambling. These are basically created for foreign tourists to spend their money. But if you go underground in this country, you might encounter creatures that look exactly like fair human skin. These are basically a type of blind vertebrate creature that can survive for 12 years without eating any food, and their average lifespan is nearly 100 years. In ancient times, the people here believed that these were no ordinary fish, but the real babies of dragons that haven't evolved for 100 million years. From an environmental aspect, Ljubljana was recognized as the European Green Capital in 2016 because no large polluting cars run right through the middle of the city. It is a completely pedestrian-friendly zone. And the natural water flow flowing right under the streets of this city has been channeled in such a way that it cannot be felt from above, but a massive current and river flow underneath. Not just nature. In this small country of only 20 lakh population, there are more than 3,000 churches, which is one of the highest in terms of church density per square kilometer in all of Europe. Among them, the most famous church is located on the island in the middle of Lake Bled. Their festivals are also quite strange and terrifying. Every year a festival takes place in Platuji City, where people dance on the streets wearing massive, terrifying masks made of sheepskin and large bells tied around their waists. They are called kurant. Their main objective is to drive away winter and call in spring with loud noise and terrifying appearances. In terms of social customs, if you become a guest in any family, you must leave your shoes outside the door, and the homeowner will hand you a pair of special indoor slippers called kopati to wear. Refusing to wear the slippers is seen as extreme rudeness and disrespect to the host. Even their grammar is strange. Like very few languages in the world, their language has a special dual form, in addition to singular and plural, which is used to mean two people. And listening to the swear words of their language, you won't know whether to laugh or cry. Since there are almost no direct, dirty swear words, when they get angry they say, "May a chicken kick you," or 300 hairy bears. Another exciting custom is that in some rural areas, unmarried young men would symbolically marry a special pine tree in the forest during the spring festival, in hopes of getting a good life partner. And the hardest test regarding marriage has to be given at the Lake Bled church. The groom has to carry his new bride in his arms and climb a total of 99 steep stone stairs of the church all the way up, and during this entire time, the bride must remain completely silent. This is believed to make married life happy. In terms of education, this country is a paradise. Higher education or tuition fees at all public universities here are completely free. And this benefit is not only for their own citizens, but also completely free of charge for all foreign students from specific contracted countries. They are so advanced in technology and lifestyle that you can pay with just a mobile app or card without cash, even at any small vending machine or public toilet. And the government gives a special bonus for students, through which students can go to any famous or luxury restaurant in the city and eat a full-course meal, soup, salad, main dish, and dessert for just 2-3 euros. The government pays the rest of the money. In Ljubljana's city center, a one-bedroom apartment runs approximately $1,030 per month. Outside the center, the same space runs lower, sometimes considerably, depending on the neighborhood. The median net salary in Slovenia runs between roughly 1,460 and 1,500 euros per month. Monthly costs for a single person, rent, food, transportation, utilities, sit at approximately 1,505 euros. The math is tight, not comfortable, not flush, sufficient. For someone arriving with remote income or savings from London or San Francisco, the same numbers look like an entirely different conversation. What the cost of living figures don't capture, Slovenia ranks among the safest countries in Europe. Ljubljana's violent crime rate is negligible. Tap water is drinkable everywhere. They are also unique in their food habits. They use a strange pitch-black oil in cooking or salad, which is called pumpkin seed oil or bučno olje, black gold. The smell and taste of this oil are so excellent that they even pour this black oil over vanilla ice cream. Their love for wine is also extreme. Some premium wines made in Slovenia fall into the list of the most expensive and rare wines in the world, which cannot be found in general shops. They export only 5 to 10% of their produced wine abroad. The remaining 90% they finish by drinking themselves. In rural areas, a type of small official break is taken around noon while working in fields or orchards. Instead of tea or coffee, they drink local wine or spritzer, wine and soda mix, in a small glass to remove exhaustion and get back to work. And Sunday lunch is like a sacred culture to them, where all members of the entire family have to sit together for hours to finish this traditional meal with beef soup, goveja juha, roasted potatoes and meat. Lastly, they are so ahead in health awareness that Slovenia was one of the first countries in Europe to strictly ban smoking in all indoor public places, restaurants, and bars. Even if you go to travel there, you can get a strange place to stay. An extremely popular hostel in Ljubljana, Hostel Salika, was actually a notorious military prison for former political prisoners, whose original iron bars and lockup cells inside have now been modified to make an ultra-modern designer hostel. The combination of so much diversity, so many strange rules, and wonderful nature inside one country is truly rare in the entire world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the real, unfiltered side of Slovenia, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey. Until next time, goodbye.